presenting a story called The Charge of Garrison Hill by Cambree. I didn't ask to go. It was not my idea. My Saturday mornings usually belong to me. Mom doesn't interfere. But this is no normal Saturday morning, and this is no normal mother. My mother is a commando, a yard sale commando. My grandmother must have dropped for sale sign on her head when she was still a young girl, and she's never recovered. Bulls react to living caves. Mad dogs go crazy at the sight of water. Man-eating tigers lose their minds at the smell of red meat. For my mother, it takes just a simple sign that says, yard sale. And it always promised to be one of those Saturday mornings that I've always dreamed of. No school, sleep till noon, coffee with friends. Then, Mom flew into my bedroom, jerked off my covers and said, "Get up, Cambree, it's time you become a woman, your first yard sale." What could I do? I just assumed that she lost her mind and could be dangerous. And after all, I could sleep in the car all morning while she picked through all the neighbor's stuff. Well, let me tell you, honey, there was no sleeping in this car in the first place. She had patches of the gills with 4 of her commando friends. They trained together for years and each of the moves of other by heart. Our white butte blasted off the launch pad at 6 a.m. sharp, rolled in the grass, and cleaned every spare within 20 yards. Inside its house, they showed us videos of poison pythons and crazy polar bears. But close up, this was more frightening. The early morning track was heavy, but they made no notice to Mom. She just went around it, or under it, or over it. At the edge of town, our butte jumped completely over Triple City Boy Scouts and landed nose first at the foot of a mail carrier who quickly shot up to top branches of an elm tree. His oath to deliver mail through rain, snow, and sleet had evidently not covered natural disasters such as my mother. I could tell by the frightened look in his eyes that he recognized my vehicle outside. A picture was taped inside all mail carriers' bags with a sign that read, "Beware, vicious woman." The poor lady who owned the house had just come out before breakfast to get her newspaper off the front walk, when our battleship Butte ground its teeth into her front curb. Before she even been down to get the paper, the commandos had brought her wristwatch, hairnet, and bathrobe, and had made several offers of her cup of coffee. "Mom!" I screamed. "This is awful!" "Quiet, sweetheart," she growled. "We're just getting warmed up. The real battles are still coming." And off we shot like a heat-sick missile to the suburbs. It was like I've heard tales. The kind your older sister would tell you just before you went to sleep, to make sure you have horrible nightmares. Stories about schoolgirls who had come home to find that everything they loved had been bargained for and bought. Their Sunday dresses, their Cocker Spaniel, their baby brother got on a whiff of red tax. At every stop, the yard sale commander's pattern of attack was the same. Mom would screech up to a curb, the 4 doors of her old Buick would explode like an egg in a microwave. The commandos would spread out, covering every yard within a 2-block area, searching for the biggest bargain. When one was spotted, the commandos would reach out into regions unknown, blow a small whistle, pitched so high that only other commandos and deaf dogs can hear it. Then it would begin. Officers were shouted out with bullhorn volume. Hands desperate of crime, hands desperate of cartons. Pressure dropped like lead underwear, and I saw, and I'm not lying, I saw Wilma Waters roll on the ground for maybe 2 minutes. Wrestling an enemy for the possession of a 12-year-old weed eater. It was like all-star wrestling with real blood. After the awful struggle, one woman rose victorious from the clandestine red tax, slap her money down the car table, and walk off with the weed eater, leaving the loser to nurse her wounds and dream of returning to fight again. We just pulled up to the last house when they appeared around the corner. It was the commandos, most dreaded enemy, the cell busters from nearby town. These gals had battle scars on their teeth. They chugged to a halt, and on a signal heard only by them, slapped down the tailgate like an amphibious landing craft. charged the newly mowed lawn of a suburban duplex, completely destroying 3-yard jockeys in their wake. Mom's commandos, although veteran themselves, quaked at the sight of these grizzled warriors. Cambree, I've led a good life. I've got no regrets. I want you to know that I love you. But if I don't make it back from this one, she stopped, her choked with emotion. Yes, Mom, I squealed. If I don't make it back from this one, tell your father. Tell him. What, Mom? Tell him what? Tell him to water the dog. That man will forget his head if I didn't remind him. And with those loving words, she was off to fight, perhaps to give all she had for it. That one last fight. I stood there vowing that I'd never capture my mother's heart, given the awful addiction that had captured my mother's heart. The eternal bargain! I've seen what I've done to my family. My father sneaking at night to buy things that were on sale just because he needed them. My baby brother